Hello everyone, I'm glad to see you on my YouTube channel as usual. It's been a while since our last video, but I'm glad to be back. So in today's video, we're gonna build not a difficult but an interesting small app which gonna calculate how old are you based on the provided date of birth. We're gonna calculate, we're gonna add also some simple validation, which you could extend if you want to use. Also, this video gonna be, not video, but the code repo gonna be available in my GitHub. Take a look on the link in the description. Sorry for being not so active recent days, but I will try to drop at least one video per week. I assume it's gonna be Sunday. If they're gonna be possible, I will do two, but I'm not gonna promise that. So at least I'm gonna try to do one video per week. Usually I think it's gonna be Sunday. Also, another update, I'm trying to upgrade my setup to improve the quality of the video, of sound. So also they're gonna be time to time regular streams on Twitch in which we're gonna be building different applications. So if you have any idea of an application or what framework or what do you want to see, let me know in the comments. So enjoy the episode. So I already have a folder with the app. Let me remove my key to use my keyboard. So in general, what we need for this app, it's gonna be one HTML file in which we're gonna use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for a bit. And we're gonna start from HTML. We don't need any fancy stuff here, so it's gonna be basic structure. As base container, we're gonna use main. Then we're gonna have section here. It's not required, but I think it would be better to use section. Also, one thing that we need here is a form. We don't need actually action here because we're gonna have button on which we put event listener. Then we need a couple inputs for day, for year, and for months. Let's add input box class here. Then we're gonna have label like that. Also, we're gonna need input here. It's gonna be number like that, and we need span. We're just gonna say here must be a valid day. Now, we're gonna show it like once our form has an error. So, and you also can adjust all validation by your needs, just a basic idea how to use. So we need three of them. One of them gonna be day. Then this one is gonna be months. Let's do this here. This one gonna be months. So, and this one we need for year. Maybe I need to increase I'm not sure how to increase font size fast, but let me know in the comments if it's visible or no. So, and this one is year, months, day. Here we also put months. like that, and here. Strange symbols, that's fine. Year, months. Okay. Also, I'm even not sure how I put the symbols. Months and year. Okay. That's almost all what we need for HTML. Here we're gonna have additional div in which we're gonna show all the results of our calculations. Here we're gonna need 3 repeat tags because we're gonna calculate the difference between current date and date that you provide, and we're gonna show not only years but months and days. I think it's a bit interesting, more interesting, I would say, than just calculate the years. And here, I forget that we have class here. Also, we need additional span in which by default we're gonna show just 2 dashes. This one gonna be for years, months, and days. And here also years, months, and days. Okay, that's what we needed for HTML. Let's move to the styles. By default, also we're gonna have here our styles. I don't want to create additional file or something like that. To hide by default, for each number type field, you have these arrows. If you don't need them, you can hide them quite easily. So for input, we're saying that WebKit quite difficult outer spin button and inner, I think. WebKit inner spin button, we hiding them. We're saying that WebKit appearance none, and also we're gonna say margin 0. And as you can see, there are no arrows anymore. That's what we're using to hide. Also, I already have a font that we're gonna use. You can copy later on, or you can find whatever more fit for your needs. So let's get some styles for our body. The font gonna be Poppins, font family Poppins. Serif. That. Okay, it's already another, as you can see. Then let's define font weight 700. Also, we need to set some color. I'm using like not a random numbers, but trying to make it looks better, but in the same time, nothing particular that defines the styles. Height 1. Height, for height, we're gonna use the whole viewport. Then we need something for background. Do it like that. And what we else need? We need to adjust it on the center of the screen. For this, I'm gonna use flex. Raw items center, content. So it's already in the middle of the screen. Let me increase here. And we don't need any overflow. Make it hidden. That we have our styles for body. Then we need to apply some styles for our section to make it look better. Everything is coming. Define some static widths. Also, we're gonna set up some padding. Let's do 15, 70, 15, 15. Top, right, bottom, and left. Like that. And also we're gonna have some border radius. And 15, 15, 15, 15. I'm gonna use like that. Then we need to adjust styles for our form. Also, I'm gonna add in timestamps, so you could skip part that might be not interested for you. If you're interested only in JavaScript, then you can skip to JavaScript, so whatever more fits for you. Then we need here also gonna use flex, flow, raw to have all these fields in one row. Let's align them on the center. Nothing fancy. Yeah, like that. Then we're gonna do some border to differentiate the areas, I would say. That. And we probably need to add padding and margins. Padding bottom, let's say 30, and margin bottom like 50 to have some space between elements. Then also we have a class for our inputs, maybe input box. Right, let's say 20 to have more space. And also all items to stack one under another. Then we're gonna add some styles for our inputs. Forgot about type equal to number, like that. And what we're gonna do here, so let's have I also want to have here transform uppercase, I would say. Yeah. No, I want only for labels, I think. Label text transform uppercase. Yes. Then we're gonna define some color here. Then height, width we're not gonna change. Border radius, let's do 5 to make it looks better. Font weight, we need to set it separately. 700. Also I want to add some values for testing. Value equal, let's have it date of my birth. I'm gonna calculate my age, that to have some numbers as parameter to see what is going on. And size, let's have it 20. Width, yeah, let's define it here. have it equal. Also, I don't want to have any outline here. We set as 0, and let's set some padding on the left and right side. So something like that is okay for me. Okay, for labels, let's make the font size smaller. Font weight we have correct. Daemons here. Yeah, let's add some opacity. Like that, and margin bottom pixels to have some space between them. Okay. Yeah, looks fine for me. Also, I forgot about button to do calculations. Let's do, because we need to press button to calculate what is going on. So where is our form? Let's here button. What we need? It's gonna be type button. I don't want to have type submit to reset all the native behavior. So calculate. Where is my SVG? Wow, it's quite big. Later on you will see the SVG by yourself. So what's next? Styles for button, right? For button we're gonna have. Also, let me know maybe in the comments if like HTML, CSS part, for example, is interesting for you, or I can like define it to you earlier and just briefly explain what is going on, and then together with you do a JavaScript part. Maybe it would be better and video gonna be shorter. It's quite difficult to talk a lot. So let's define this button, create 60 pixels. Okay. We don't need border. 0, outline 0. Yes. For background, what I have like that. I want to have border radius. I want to have 50%. Oh. It's strange that it's like an egg. Why it is like that? Wow. I have no clue. Yeah, because we have flags and it's in the form, so yeah, it's gonna be fine. Second, because I want to position for this button absolute like that, and we're gonna move things flow, items send, items center, justify center. Yes, and I want to move this button a bit on the side and bottom minus it like that. Yeah, I think that's fine. Have it like that. Yeah, good for me. And also I want to have some simple hover. Let's set here transformation duration, I think. just small one, and let's rotate it, transform, rotate 90 degrees size. Yeah, and cursor pointer. Where is cursor? Pointer. Yep, like that. It would be okay. Also, what we need to do, I want to update styles for this. For this, we're using, what is it? It is input box span. Input box span. I want to decrease font size, I don't know, 12. Yeah, 12 is gonna be fine. Margin top, let's also have some 5 pixels. Wait, I want to have a smaller one. Yeah, seems fine for me. Also, we have here result. Let's add some styles for this. Wait, 700, fine. Font size 8. Yep. Letter spacing pixels. I think is okay. And I also want to have it as italic. Yep. Fine. And also I want to change the color for the span that we have here. We're gonna use the same that we used for button, like that. Yeah, so styles for our form is okay. We need to hide input box. We don't need to show until it's not valid. Display none, and we need to remove this one like that. Gonna jump. Do we want this to jump? We can just set opacity to 0, I think. So I think it's also fine. So let's move to JavaScript finally. Here at the end, we're gonna add script to write down whatever we have. Let's define here our inputs. For this, we're gonna need counts days, document, get, and by ID. And what is ID? It is day. We have months. We have year, right? Okay, here I have something weird. Then we need our form, document, query selector. Here we have form. What else we're gonna need? We're gonna need results, like that. The result. Let's have it like that. And we're gonna use also document query selector, and we need result, days span. We need, it's gonna be in days and span, like that. Let's update. This is gonna be months result and years result. For this, we're gonna use years, and there probably should be days and months. Months. Like that. Okay. The first thing that we're gonna need is actually to put event listener on the button. And we have calculate to make calculation. So for this we're gonna use document query selector. Here we calculate class for button. Then we're gonna add event listener, and we need here click. Then we're gonna use arrow function. Let me probably increase the width for this, and here gonna happen our calculations. Right, I want to put all calculations on the separate function, to not do it in this one. For this we're gonna create another one, calculate equal to, I'm gonna use also arrow function here. For us it doesn't matter actually here. So two elements that we need to define here. First of all, we need const provided date. It's gonna be equal to new date based on our data in the inputs fields. So for this, we're gonna use this and like template JavaScript, for strings. And here we need year value. I'm gonna copy this, then we put slash. Then we need months, and then we need date, right? Day, right? It's gonna be our first date, and as another date we're gonna use today. It's gonna be just equal to new date, like that. So the first step gonna be that we need to do is, let me check something. Probably it was hidden for you all the time because of the camera, right? What can I do? Can I move web camera? Right, I'm gonna be here from now. I think it's fine. Sorry for that. Yeah, it should be better for you to see stuff. Sorry. Let's maybe do like that also, to keep it at the top. Right. So first thing that we're gonna calculate here is difference in milliseconds. To do this, we're gonna use const diff in ms, and for this we need today minus provided date, and it's gonna return difference in milliseconds. Diff in ms, and here we're gonna call our calculate function. Calculate, like that. And just to show you, also it's gonna be my web camera, probably not enough place to show everything that I want. Let's do like that. So as you can see, when we doing when we subtracting one date from another, it returns difference in milliseconds. Might be useful for some of you in case you want to do the same. Then we need to calculate difference in days. For this we gonna do something like that, diff days, and here we're gonna use math floor to round the value to lower based on difference, based on the number. For this we're using diff in milliseconds, and we're converting these to days. To convert these to days, we need to divide it on 1000. When we multiplying by 1000, we convert it to seconds, then to minutes, then to hours, and in one day we have 24 hours, so we need to multiply it by 24, like that. Then we have difference in months. For these, we basically doing almost the same, but in another way, diff in days. And here an interesting part that we divided it by 30, 44. Why? Because we don't know if we want to be precise with it, we need actually to understand that year could be when you have in February 28 or 29 days, that the difference also each month could have 30 or 31 day, and 30.44, it's an average number that you can use in your calculations to be more or less precise when you converting to when you're working with days and in the months. So it's an average number, something like that. Sorry, my voice really struggling at the moment. And here I forgot to use const. And then we converting these to the years. So we have difference in years equal to diff in months by divided by module. So we need exact number of years, right? And here, quite easy, it's 12. Oh, sorry. This we need to use another. It's gonna be our remaining months. Remaining months. And for years, we need to do I'm saying a bit wrong things. So for difference const diff in years, quite a lot of variables and calculations that we need to do. So we're also using math floor, and here we doing difference in months. We dividing it by 12. And these remaining months, then we're using to understand how many months left and to adjust things. So, and then what we're doing, we need to calculate also const remaining days. So we find the exact amount of years, then we calculating the exact amount of months, and right now we calculating the exact amount of days. So here we're also doing mass floor, difference in days divided by 30.44. That's all calculations that we need to do. So basically here are 3 variables that should be visible here. For this to show our result, right, we need to also set here exact numbers. For this, I also want to create some function for value equal to that. And also here we're gonna have day, month, year. And here what we're gonna do is to this result, we're gonna find inner text because it's our fun element here, and we just gonna say that the result gonna be equal to day, here months, and here year, and also here year result and months result. And we need to call this function here, show result, and set form value, and we need just to provide remaining days, remaining month, and if in years, right? So let's check how old I am. Is it right? So I'm for sure is 30 years old, but in terms of months, let me think. It's 6 or 7 months. I'm not sure. But you can check and let me know in the comments. Maybe I did something wrong here. Diff. Yes. So we need, here we translating, we have diff in days, right? We calculating exact difference in days. Then here we turn it to months. And here I'm using, I need to use here diff in months, I think. Yes. I think it's more or less right. Should be. But you let me know, is that correct or no? Okay, let's also take a look what's gonna be here. So we have small issue here, so we can provide any value. It's gonna be something like that. Let's work on it for a bit, right? I don't want to overwork, I would say, on the validation, but at least some basic validation we're gonna add. So let's do here check validity function. We're gonna call it here before calculations. We're gonna do check validity, and if it's okay, then we can calculate, and also if no, then no calculations. Also, what we're gonna do here is for our form, we're gonna add error class, and also set for value, we're gonna reset form value. If we calculated like something, do not have none, something like that, we're just gonna reset it. And here, I think we can remove our error class. Remove. Then also we need to add some styles, but yeah, we need to add some styles. Let's see if it's gonna work or no. So as we can see, do we have something? So calculations doesn't work. That's good. Let's work on our check validity. So we're gonna need also here this, I think, just to check that several cases, right? And our function need to return true or false. So for this, we're gonna use if today minus provided date lower than 0, then we need stop calculations. Also, we need to make sure that it's not gonna be each value in our field not gonna be too low or too high, right? And the amount of symbols also. So let's do or day value bigger than 31, or day value lower than 1, or This one we actually can set for each of our fields, but let's do it like that. Also, you can split this check validity to have for each day. So it's gonna be your home task, I would say, if you want. Or months value bigger than months value can be bigger than 12, right? And in this case, it's gonna return true, but we want to return validity. In case if it's wrong, in case if one of these is true, then we want to convert it to false and return that form not valid like value, right? And let's add also some styles here. So for example, form, it's not class, form dot has error color dark, right? Let's do it like that. Calculation works. None, because I don't have check for this, but that's okay. Quite big. Why we're calculating? Let's take a look. So we have our check validity function. In terms of difference, it's okay. We need to add something to year. I would say yes. Year value bigger than, I don't know, today. UFC full year. What is return? UFC full year. Let's check it out. New date. Get UTC full year. Yeah, that's okay for us. If it's bigger than current year, or if year value less than, let's say, like that. So let's check what we're gonna have. Okay, we see some changes here. Wow, what I did. Okay, so this is in red. Also, we need to change opacity for our spines, I think, and opacity 1, and also color by default, I think, for our spines could be already this. Yes, and if we provide something like that, that shows okay. So must be a valid. Let's change our styles for our inputs. Input number. Actually, I want to have these separately. I want to also change the border color, I think. Color, white, and border color. I also want to be dark red. Yep. That's no border color. Something going on. I think that's okay for me. Also, if it's quite big, it does not work. That's fine. And one last thing that I probably want to add in terms of validity is just preventing user of let's move these listeners down here, and I want to listeners prevent user of typing like too many values in input fields. For this, we're gonna add some basic listeners to our fields. Keep press, and here we need function. We're gonna use event, and if event target value length for year we need bigger than 3 already, so we stopping user to do we need here prevent default return false, or return false is gonna be enough? Yeah, we need here prevent default, and I think with this, yeah, as you can see, I can't provide more values. Also, it could be extended in any way, like in which you want, I would say. Let's do the same for month. Also, we can do this as function with parameters to have particular value here and set it for each field. To not have like 3 of them, we can grab, and for each field we set it in an array date. So here we can input more than we want. Also, an interesting fact, I thought I can use for type number input field we have here min length, for example, and you can put any value, but it doesn't work with numbers as far as I understand. Also not clear for me why. And let's calculate. So I think we did quite good. Thank you all of you for watching me, for subscribing. Also, if you're not subscribed, do not forget, this is really important, because in general I would like to do it more often, but because I'm quite busy with my daily work, also there I have freelance and I have less time to do videos on YouTube, but I will try. I don't know, it's quite difficult to manage all stuff at the same day. It is life, so we're going on. And yeah, I have several video ideas using Node.js. I'm not a specialist with it, but I would like to try. And if you have interesting idea for front-end project, backend using like not super difficult, I'm not gonna use Java or I don't know, something like that. I would like maybe to use at some point Python, but not sure. So if you have any ideas, just drop it in the comment and I will try to do my best to learn this stuff and do any project that you might suggest. So stay tuned. Thank you for video. Have a good evening. Bye bye.